One of Channel 4's biggest hits, now one of its biggest problems. Married at First Sight UK regularly attracts more than 3 million viewers. But since this BBC Panorama documentary was aired yesterday, all series have been removed from streaming.
You are matched with your perfect person.
One former participant, Shona Manderson, says her on-screen husband, Brad Skelly, committed a sex act she did not consent to, something he denies.
My hope was to find someone kind and nice.
Two other women, portrayed by actors in the documentary, accuse the men they were paired with of rape. The BBC says both men deny those allegations. Channel 4's CEO said she had huge sympathy for the women, but that the channel had acted appropriately, quickly and with sensitivity, based on its knowledge at the time.
Nevertheless, as the new CEO of Channel 4, I thought it was right to look again at our handling at the time. And last month, I commissioned an external review by a law firm to do exactly that. I've also asked the hugely experienced TV executive, Lorraine Hegacy, to look at how we can further strengthen contributor welfare on MAFS UK.
All three women featured in the documentary say not enough was done to protect them. CPL Productions, which makes the show for Channel 4, said its welfare provision was gold standard and that it too had acted appropriately. But the show has been criticised in the past for featuring other men previously accused of domestic abuse. One 2024 contestant, Alex Henry, denied such accusations. The channel said a pre-production DBS criminal record check had come back clear, and he retained his place in the show when it was later broadcast.
Where you have a setting where intimacy is a core part of the premise, you're putting strangers together, safeguarding has to be central. A quarter of women will experience domestic abuse. I think there's enough of it happening already. The very premise of these programs is to keep that couple together irrespective. So we need to ensure that where these programs are happening, that there are independent organisations like Women's Aid, like others, who actually will have the welfare of that survivor, the welfare of the person who's being abused or alleging abuse at the heart of their decision making.
Today in the House of Commons, a former Channel 4 boss pressed on improving safeguards.
The industry is always trying to evolve and take allegations or incidents very seriously, and the duty of care protocols therefore do advance all the time, but it's always worth another look.
ITV's Love Island was beset by scandal in the 2010s, including the suicides of two former contestants. It overhauled its welfare policies, providing long-term aftercare. Marlon Anderson appeared in 2016 before those changes.
Reality TV, I feel, is not real life. There's still gaslighting involved. There's still narcissistic behaviour. There's still these false ideals of relationships which are toxic. You know, the younger generation are viewing these relationships on these reality TV shows, thinking, "Oh, is that what a real love looks like?" And it doesn't.
You drop off the face of the earth, but you're messaging my ex-husband.
But there is still a huge appetite for it. Channel 4 notably not taking down the Australian or US versions of Married at First Sight, even as the Metropolitan Police this evening appealed for anyone who may have suffered sexual assault on the UK show to contact them.